I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Ooh, we got cake. Ooh, we got cake.
I'm about to give Xia back.
It's the season finale, you guys, of 24 Hours to Hell and Back. And you guys, we've got a lot to talk about tonight, all right? So we are going to be discussing Saba Restaurant. This is in Little Rock, Arkansas.
AK.
I
still read that as
AK what?
Arkansas. Is
That's
that
Arkansas.
weird?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say AKA or something.
No.
I was like, AK what? Also
AK.
no? No? Okay. AK. Okay. Well, I've actually never been to Arkansas. Have you guys?
Nope,
No.
I still read it as Arkansas.
No? Arkansas?
Yeah, I don't
Sure.
know. Yeah, I just look at it and I'm like, that's Arkansas. I don't know why you're trying to tell me that's Arkansas.
Yeah, well,
There's no
you know,
W.
I agree. That S is silent. But anyways, you guys, I'm Saba Hailemariam, your host for tonight, and I've got the lovely Xia Anderson. Say hey, girl.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
I'm really smart. SMRT smart. I know how to say Arkansas.
Good job.
Thank you.
And we've also got the awesome Michael Thieling.
It's still Thieling. We've got cake here for our final episode. Xia was eating all of her cake before we even started,
had to
and
take it
now
away
you are
from
allowed
me.
to have the rest of yours because the episode has
Yay.
Oh
gotten
my God, they've
on.
already gotten into it. Well, I still got
What's
some
up,
of mine, so
guys?
I'll be munching on this while we get through the show. Yes, all right. And speaking of which, let's get into it. All right, you guys, we are talking Saba Restaurant tonight. This is a Korean American infused restaurant.
Sure it is.
However, the catch, exactly.
Korean American.
Yeah, Korean infused. Yeah, so that's kind of the catch here is that there really isn't much of a Korean influence. So,
I don't even know
Or
what the hell
American.
that restaurant was. Yeah,
You guys.
like,
I do. It was a Western restaurant.
they had
there
like
was
mac and cheese with shrimp.
There were
What is
bare.
that?
There's
I don't
bare
even know what
wooden
was going
floors, bare wooden floors, corrugated metal sides and backdrops. This is a Western restaurant. There's supposed to be peanut shells on the floor. There's supposed to be line dancing up on the stage.
Some
There are
barbecue in
hats,
back.
30-gallon hats and stuff. Yeah. There is no way there's kimchi has ever been in this place.
no, not
Even
at
after
all.
the Korean owner took over.
Yeah, he was.
Well, he's half Korean.
His
Half
mom
Korean.
was
There hasn't
Korean.
been half Korean food in this restaurant
Yeah,
since
not
he
even
took
half
over.
Korean.
There's been
I'm not
nothing.
entirely sure what they were going for in the beginning with that restaurant.
Neither
and that,
does he.
No, he had no idea what he was doing in general. That
Yeah.
was the most clueless human being I've ever seen in my life. He should not have been running a restaurant ever
This
in any
is-
way, shape, or form.
This
Well,
is
and
what
he said it
happens.
himself.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you play that board game Life and you spin the thing and whatever occupation it runs up on, that's what you actually do in real life. Like it's said restaurateur and he was like, okay. Hey, mom and dad, I need 200 grand to open this Korean restaurant. And his parents were like, okay.
Dude,
Yeah,
his mom was
that
paying
was
his
sad.
child support.
Their parents are super,
Yeah.
that was a mixture of stupid and super. I meant completely super nice. They were super nice,
Stuper.
way too understanding.
Yeah.
And you got to think, why are you you got to reality check your kids sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And opening a random restaurant when they have zero experience.
Yeah.
We talk about this. We talked about it a lot last season. I feel
Yeah.
like people who borrow money and stuff for restaurants, no problem. But Mike's tip, we do Mike's tips on Survivor. Mike's tip, if
Bringing
it's-
it here.
If you're the parents, make your kid go and work in a restaurant for a couple years.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it really didn't make much sense. So let's just kick it off from the top, you guys. Jermaine himself expressed that he has never cooked, never served, knows nothing, I emphasize, nothing about running a restaurant. Like literally, it's like pulling somebody off the street and throwing them into a restaurant. Like this man was actually behaving as if he was in a completely whole new country. Where they, you know what I'm saying? Like
He
where
just kept wandering around and looking around confused.
He re- in his own
those shots
restaurant.
of him. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
Michael, you even pointed it out. Yeah, like he was just kind of
Wow.
like, is this mine?
Wow, he looked like. I mean, we're gonna trash this guy on this show, and I feel bad. I'm sure.
Sorry, Jermaine.
I keep calling him Jeremiah too. I'm sure Jermaine is a really nice person. Let's just get that out. I'm sure you're a nice
Yeah.
guy and all that kind of stuff. This is just the wrong look for you.
Yeah.
Because it looks worse than pulling a person off the street. It looks like he'd never been to a restaurant before.
Yes.
Like the agony.
Yeah.
So for example, I have never been a waiter in my life. I'm sure I could take somebody's order though. He
Exactly.
looked dead lost on trying to take a table's order
Just
in
one
his
table,
own
by the way.
restaurant.
He couldn't even pronounce certain things properly. Like, it was bad. Yes, my love. What's going on?
No, I'm just saying one table. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Sorry, I thought you were putting your hand up like you were a
Should we
student
do
at
that?
school. Yeah,
Can we
like,
do that? Saba, call on me.
No, it's just it was one table. It was just he couldn't even take one. Like, I understand if you're having a hard time, if you're not a server and you've got like 5 tables to take order. That's rough. I get one table.
Wait, let's
come
put Xia on the spot, and I'll just jump completely ahead in the completely episode. Okay,
Come on.
On the spot. What was the special?
Oh, it was a 5-spice slow-cooked duck breast with a miso sweet potato puree, finished with a tahini sauce.
He couldn't remember that
Yes.
within 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was bad. He made like 5 attempts.
And we watched
tried
this like
so hard.
45 minutes ago, and we don't own a restaurant.
Yeah, it was really sad. And I
Come
mean,
on, man.
It was also really sad. I'm gonna also jump ahead here. It was also really sad to see the way that he was welcoming the restaurants or welcoming the customers to the new renovated restaurant, the new style and everything. Like, he was just like hurting.
He's a very awkward man.
a very,
I
very
think he's
awkward man.
I think he's a sweet guy. I think he was just.
Yeah.
Everybody has different, capabilities and strengths and stuff like that. I think he was beyond over his head. I mean, so underwater.
yeah, clearly.
That he thought, I don't know, he had a dream about opening a restaurant one night and woke up and did it. And
He wanted to share
yeah.
Korean food because his mom was Korean and he grew up eating so much Korean food, and he's like, this isn't something a lot of people have had. I want to share it with people.
Right.
But didn't understand
But
what
why?
it took to what goes into that.
Well, not
But
only
what? He
that,
doesn't know how to cook it. He
didn't.
doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know how to serve it. He doesn't know. What is he going to share?
Well, I mean, it's not only
know.
that. It's not only the fact that he had that dream that he wanted to share Korean food. There was nothing Korean about the
Yeah.
food. That was the gag. That was the gag. There was nothing Korean about that restaurant. The food wasn't Korean. The style of the restaurant wasn't Korean. There was nothing. Even him himself, I didn't hear him say one Korean word. I know more Korean. Okay.
She was saying
I'll
things in
share a little bit
Korean.
with you all. So I know how to actually say thank you in Korean. Do you guys remember?
No, tell me again.
It's like kamsamida or something like that.
You said it.
I knew that before. I knew that before you told us. To be fair, yeah.
That's true. I did say that. And I do know another word, jamshimanyo,
What does that
which
mean?
means excuse me.
Jamshimanyo?
Yeah.
It means excuse me?
It means
I'm ready to
excuse
go to
me.
Korea.
Yeah, let's
Well,
go. You're all set. Oh, you
wanna
did.
go.
Jermaine
You,
should have been
bad.
jump see me all over the place
Yeah.
because
Come see me.
whatever. This guy needs to be apologizing to all of the patrons.
Seriously, but
Yeah,
real
that
quick,
was
you
bad.
knew how to say hello.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요?
Very nice.
We will help Jermaine figure
job.
this out.
Yeah.
The thing to
You should
do,
watch this.
he should have brought his mom into the restaurant, cook. I mean, but that's not really her dream. But at
no.
least, that's part of, if you're really doing a modern restaurant, right? I feel like they're almost films. There's a whole story.
Right.
I open this to share my mom's culture with the world, and here's a
Right.
picture of my mom, and these dishes are her that we used to eat when we were children, and just
Yes.
hometown. No, he bought a Western restaurant, and they're still serving the same food.
Oh, the same disgusting food.
Yeah.
And the only thing that he was using his mother for was her money.
She said that
So
she would
that
have
was
retired.
really sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the
That's sad.
worst.
That was awful.
That was the worst.
That was really painful
I
to
have
watch.
to pay his bit when he needs a lawyer. I have to pay for it. I had to pay
Bills.
for their restaurant, child support.
Child
I have to
support.
pay for it. Like, what is this guy doing?
No, it was just really all types of messy. But let's also get into the messy staff. And not because they were messy individuals. They weren't too bad. But
this
of course,
cake.
they had a horrible owner slash, restaurant manager. So Victoria, the server. Victoria, the poor server.
Poor
I
thing.
could not believe when the poor thing who actually loves the restaurant and really wants to see it grow, has a true passion for it, and even invested in it. This girl was talking about how she went and bought a fridge.
She bought ice. She bought ice.
Or what? She bought ice? No,
Yeah.
no. They said that she bought a fridge.
No. She
for-
didn't buy a fridge. That would be way too
What?
much. She bought ice because they ran out of the ice
Well, I know
maker
she
was
brought
broken
ice,
or
but
whatever.
she also said
No,
she
no, no.
spent
She
other money on the restaurant.
Yeah, no.
fridge? Did
Yeah,
I miss that?
I think you did. I think you did because
I
even-
stepped away from the
'cause
headphones to help somebody in
Gordon-
the studio.
Yeah.
She bought a fridge?
Yeah, she
What the
out of
hell
her
is
own
going
pocket, and she
on?
started crying. about
would
it.
too. It was really
Yeah, and Gordon was really mad about it because he was like, "What the heck? You are a server. You are not the owner."
She does management duties.
Should have been, but yeah, she takes on management.
If you're not an
duties.
owner, do not buy restaurant equipment for your job.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Well, and but that's the problem. Was she said that Jermaine wants nothing to do with any of the issues of the restaurant. So here we have servers and the employees literally taking on these duties and obligations that Jermaine is supposed to.
But what does he want to do? That's the question. He doesn't cook. He doesn't do front of the house. He doesn't want to run the restaurant. What is the glory in owning a restaurant and being completely literally having nothing to do with it?
Exactly.
You couldn't say what's on your menu. There's no...
Exactly. See, and that's what's so twisted about his whole mentality behind why he even opened up a restaurant. Because remember when him and Gordon were having the one-on-one, he was saying, well, I wanted to open up a restaurant to make my parents proud. But this is the opposite. You're not making them proud.
No, you're not.
Because you're failing. And that's what, remember he said his biggest fear was to fail. Yeah. And Gordon was like, you're failing though right now.
Like it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. So what are you going to do?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't fail
so it's he's just not I don't know. His mental process, I don't understand. But yes.
You know who doesn't fail us is producer Jonathan, who has had to endure all of these tragic restaurants with us. What's up, dude?
I know.
Shout out to Jonathan.
How you guys doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good.
Do us a quick favor and toss the remaining time up on the screen for us, bro.
Yeah, I got you right now.
Yeah, because we can talk forever about this restaurant.
Yes, forever and ever, which is why we need to keep it pushing. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So we also got Tasha, the head chef. Oh my God. So poor Tasha doesn't know anything about Korean food.
Tarsha.
She doesn't know anything about Korean food at all. And this
that was amazing. I don't know what Korean food is.
Yeah, this is wild. And Jermaine is not doing anything to save the business. So
Jermaine, that's the perfect chef. That's my person.
He's like, hey,
there you
used
go.
to clean our floors. Can you cook?
Yeah.
Right.
Literally threw her
By
in
yourself?
there. Yeah.
This is just a nice.
There
This
was
poor
no
girl.
kitchen
She
staff.
was not set up for success whatsoever. I mean, in the
No.
slightest.
Nobody was.
She was obviously This is weird, right? And I know we do this on the show all the time. We talk about this. There's degrees you can feel sad for people. She wasn't set up for success. She was definitely set up for failure. But just like Gordon said, you can throw moldy stuff away. It doesn't have to become gross. You can clean and you can take as much ownership as possible, but maybe she doesn't want to be a chef.
And in her defense, though, she wasn't getting paid sometimes. Sometimes they would get paid in cash.
Yeah,
sometimes they get paid late. Sometimes they get paid in a bounce check. Sometimes they didn't get paid.
Right.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't care about somebody that doesn't care about
Sure.
me and I can't even get paid and I'm going into, I don't even know why she's still there, honestly, or was still there.
Right.
But
It starts from the top.
Yeah, it starts from the top. If you go in and you don't give a shit about the place you work at, then you're not gonna put.
You're not gonna perform.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna take pride in your work because they treat you like crap. Why would you think any differently? You know.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
Everybody gets into a weird rut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it becomes a vicious cycle of just abuse. You know, it's like,
Yep.
well, the manager doesn't care, so I don't care. He's abusing us as the staff, so we're just going to abuse the business.
Exactly.
And it's a trickle effect. So speaking of abuse, the food got abused.
so badly. Oh, that food was
Michael, did you see that one
That
coming?
was great.
He's like,
I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait what you were going to do with that transition.
What is she going to connect that with?
Yeah.
The food, of
Nice.
course.
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
It's
so
terrible.
of course, the hidden camera that Gordon, typically has rolling, and even him himself. Oh my God.
Great disguise,
you guys,
Gordon.
let's talk about his disguise.
Sick.
I actually liked
As
his
a cameraman?
disguise.
What
And
was
it
his
worked.
name? Chuck. Chuck.
Are you serious?
Yes, I thought it worked. I did.
As he is shoving the boom mic.
Chuck the audio guy.
Funny. That was so funny.
was
He
great.
was
That
messing
was
with
great.
people.
That
And
was
everybody
great.
was just kind of like,
So
okay.
annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, what is
They
that?
were letting it
You
go
ran
on.
away,
They were just like, oh yeah, and then he's knocking stuff over. That was amazing.
She's
that was
like,
so
I got
fun.
it.
Yo,
Yeah,
that
that was
was
really funny.
so obvious to me. But anyway, so within that also hidden discoveries that Gordon Ramsay made, what did he find? He found rotten asparagus,
That looked
rotten
like
chicken,
wheat.
rotten
You
fruit.
said
Yeah, it
it.
looked like wheat.
Looked
Oh
like
my
wheat.
gosh! Oh, you
Bales of wheat.
You know what gave me like chills
know.
and goosebumps was that chemical spray.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
the
that's what you do. You
nonstick
just
spray.
spray that right on your food.
on the food. She wasn't spraying the pan with
Nah.
nonstick spray. She was
Why?
spraying the food with
Why would you
nonstick
spray the
spray.
pan?
Hold up.
Why would you spray the pan? You just go
don't-
straight to the food. Cut out the middleman. The
yeah,
pan is
right?
like the middleman. You go
Yeah.
straight to the source.
Yeah, nice and nasty.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yo,
Oh.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Okay, but let me try to understand this. I mean, either way, it's going into your system. like whether you spray the chicken or spray the pan,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
kind of all one and the same. No.
Yeah, no,
it
you're
just
right.
looked
It's
gross.
not that
It's
it's
not
unedible.
great.
It just looked gross. It
It's
looked
not
like he-
inedible, but it's completely not correct.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
disgusting.
There's actually chemicals though in like those spray
Yeah.
oils or whatever.
it's edible. It's totally edible, but you don't need that. So, I mean, regular old
Butter,
oil and butter
yeah.
and stuff.
oil,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, what's the
and
point of a
using
spray-
non-stick pans.
Yeah.
You know.
It's because it's really, really cheap. Like, we used to use that when we were super poor. You just get it. Yeah, because butter's pretty expensive and oil's also pretty expensive. That's why, you use vegetable oil. But the non-stick spray, it's like, I remember that from being at my friends' houses who didn't have a lot of money. And like, when we didn't have a lot of money, you buy a can, it's super cheap, you spray it once, boom. Like, it's a poor people thing.
I mean, it's really not.
know that.
It's really not the worst thing in the world.
No.
I've had spray oil. I've had
had
like
spray
spray
oil.
olive oil, and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it works
yeah.
fine. But you just don't spray and coat the food in it. It's
like,
not like an
ham.
art project. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like, so it's kind of more so used for like lighter
You
dishes,
just
like
spray it on,
eggs.
you spray it on anything,
Oh,
just so that it
anything.
doesn't stick on the pan.
Yeah.
You just spray it on the pan instead of coating it with oil or coating it with butter or something like that. But you just give it a
Okay.
light spray, and then it won't stick. You don't like.
Okay.
It's not to baste something in or like marinate
and it
your
definitely
chicken
doesn't
in.
have like an amazing taste.
No,
it's
it does
just
not.
it's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's very
really?
artificial.
Yeah, it's just
artificially-
artificial.
I think you know what? I think it just looked like optically, it just looked
Someday
really
they'll get it in
scary.
Canada,
like a
and you
spray
guys will
can
figure it out.
Of God knows what. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
like
I know
Lysol.
there's some in Canada. I've seen. Michael.
This one right.
Just throw your cake at
That
his
was
face.
like a compliment. Canada's amazing. They don't have cooking spray.
They don't have the nastiness.
Just butter.
Nasty.
We make our butter and oil with our hands.
Right,
We
churn
actually,
it.
Yeah, we go to the farms and we do it
Yeah.
ourselves.
I
Milk the
thought
cows.
I thought
Canada
in
baby
the,
butter,
I
got
thought
it.
in the pans in Canada to make it non-stick, you just put more maple syrup on there.
Oh yes,
Just coated in maple syrup.
absolutely.
Yep.
And you know where we get our maple syrup from? The trees.
You go tap the tree, get your maple syrup, boom.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Guys are
we
on
get
it.
it directly out of the tree.
Saba's Canadian.
This is what we do. Yeah, if you guys couldn't tell.
That was the least Canadian accent you could have done.
Anyways, y'all. All right, let's keep it pushing. All right, so Gordon has a confrontation with the staff. All right, as he usually does.
Confrontation.
And little confrontation, whatever.
Some days,
confronts
Gordon
them.
just wants to take like a pipe to his face. Like, what is wrong with all of you?
Dude,
why is this my life?
He could not understand how Jermaine had a restaurant. Like, he really couldn't. He was just like, what is going
That
on
was
right now?
tonight was like the best line of the whole show. He was like, "You think you can run a restaurant? I wouldn't let you run my bath."
Yeah.
Which is such a good like double entendre, like whatever the term is for run, like using the verb in a different. That was amazing.
Oh, that's
That
funny.
was perfect. I love that. But it was
I
also
wouldn't let you run me a bath.
No, and even in that moment where they were having their one-on-one,
Yeah.
he got up and left. I don't
Yeah.
think we've seen Gordon do that yet.
He does
Has
in,
he
in
walked
Kitchen Nightmares. He walks away all the time.
Okay, no,
so
but in
finally,
24 hours.
This episode we were talking about before. 24 hours is kind of like Kitchen Nightmares light.
Yeah.
This episode was kind of the bridge to what Kitchen Night. This is like the entry drug to Kitchen Nightmares.
Gateway drug.
Thank you. If you like this, you're gonna love Kitchen Nightmares
Kitchen
because
Nightmares
it
is
is
great.
just this all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, most definitely. I couldn't agree with you more.
And
This is
worse.
definitely like the non-fat version of like
Right.
Kitchen Nightmares for
Yeah.
sure. But
version.
I was still surprised that he did that. Like, he really doesn't have a lot of
Dude,
faith.
that's what Jermaine needed.
He doesn't have faith in this guy.
Come on,
Not-
I still
like,
don't
even
either.
a little
Even
bit.
in the conclusion, like, he was like, well, like, good luck to him. So I was kind of like, oh, damn.
He said you should sell the restaurant. He was like, let this run for a little bit and then put it on the market. And Jermaine was like, okay. Great. This was so
like,
fun.
yeah, I really have to
What a
think
great
about
time.
it.
He really put me back on the right track. It's like, dude, how bad does it need to get before you can put yourself on the right track?
know,
Like, how
I
many
know.
people need that much of a kick in the ass? Everything is moldy. This is
The
terrible.
kitchen wasn't
Can't
cleaned
take
in 8
orders.
months.
Everything is
Yeah.
terrible.
He was taking food to the wrong table.
Oh, my Lord. He definitely was painful to
If
watch.
he goes to a real, like if he goes to an Applebee's, not sponsored, but hit us up. If he goes to an Applebee's, is he just like amazed? Like, wow. look at it run. How's the food just coming out
It's
on
so
time and the
clean.
drinks and it's clean.
Yeah, that's how
Like,
clueless
come
he
on,
is.
man.
Yeah.
I've never worked in a restaurant a day in my life. I guarantee you I could do it.
Yeah.
Right now.
No,
Come
most,
on.
I think anybody
do it.
could because it is common sense. You know, we were even talking about that during the watch.
Yes.
It's common
A
sense.
ton of it. A ton of
There's
it is.
literally
yeah.
common sense to this. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go to school for this. You don't need to even like be in a restaurant ever in your entire life to just know the basics.
I was very impressed finally this episode about the physical transformation because they really did
yeah.
a complete
Oh,
180
yes.
for the
Yeah.
interior.
The
Yes.
inside before you're right. It was a weird Western restaurant that definitely you would never walk in and be like, I'm gonna get me some Korean food.
Yeah.
But the after they did a great job. It was bright, it was warm, it was clean, it was new. They had some stuff that made you think, hey, this is a Korean restaurant.
Yeah.
Like they did a great job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I loved the touch of the plants.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so big on plants and just like that greenery, it just added to it. It just made it look so much more inviting
Yeah.
and just opened it up. I loved it.
Yeah.
I did love the new renovation.
It was better.
Really good job.
And
Hopefully
there
they
were
can keep
also
it
new
together.
dishes to go with that too.
Yep.
Like the soy marinated chicken.
Which
The new
sounded
food looked
really
good.
It looked
And the kimchi
really
fried
good.
rice.
Because like shocker, it was cooked by a professional chef. Amazing when a real chef cooks your food. It comes out looking good and edible. They had their
Tarsha
little...
was killing it too, though.
No, she was
after a
doing
little
great.
Bit of training,
This
she
is
was
nothing
killing it.
right.
Yeah.
Nothing against
Did
her.
you say Tarsha?
Yeah.
That's her name.
Isn't it Tasha?
No, it's Tarsha.
Tarsha.
There's an R in there.
I thought you were
Tarsha.
playing.
I was not.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's
all
Tarsha.
right.
So she had no training. She wasn't set up for success. And Gordon talked to his head chef lady that trains all these people. And she said, you know, she's like a 6 out of 10. For no training, that's really, really good. And then, of course, we had the 3 chefs come in and do their little cook-off, which was cute.
Yeah, loved it.
As once again, we mentioned while we were watching the show, this would be the time for one of those chefs to be like, yo, Gordon, can I please work for you? I will do anything.
All in all,
I wouldn't doubt it.
All in all, his staff really stepped up, but I
Yes.
definitely hope that either they find somewhere else or they can keep it running or they let it go. But either way, this was a great end to this season.
It was.
It was
It
a great
was.
end to the season.
It was,
Yeah.
honestly.
We made it!
Gordon really made it happen. Yep. All right, you guys.
That's
That
it.
is it. We're done. Oh my God, this was the season finale of 24 Hours to Hell and Back. Gordon Ramsay. I'm Saba. You guys can find me on Instagram at im.Saba Hailemariam. And
We
now
didn't
we're
get
gonna
into
move.
it, but super quick, how are the Yelp reviews?
They were okay.
They're okay?
They were,
Posts,
yeah,
they're okay?
they were okay.
Okay.
They weren't the best, but you know,
Would you eat at Soba?
no.
Wow.
I would.
No.
I would try it. I would try it. I
No.
definitely would. I would give it a shot.
I don't trust
Saba's
Jermaine.
like,
It's done. It's over. But speaking of done, we're done too. So let's get over to Xia.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Xia_Lan. That is XIA_Lan. And check out my Twitch channel. I actually do a show where I eat food. At
Mukbang.
Twitch.tv/XiaLand. Yes.
Muckzia, they call it. My name is Mike Thieling. You can find me everywhere at Mike Thieling. Congratulations, you made it through the whole season. Eat hearty tonight.
Cake. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Eat cake.
The cake is-
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.